to Be Offended with Joe and Tim.
Hello, Joe.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Real quick, off the very tippy top.
What? I always get to start the first topic.
We have to issue an apology. Our apology for our last rant episode.
Please.
You
know what I realized is that people are just cranky. Everyone is crabby. Everyone is
just
cranky,
grumpy.
and that like as soon as you get like even the smallest hint of like anything that you disagree with, it just like it releases this floodgate of it's like the airing of grievances. It's like as soon as it's like like God forbid like the chicken is dry at dinner or something. It's just gonna be like everything.
Murders.
Yeah, like no, it's on its way. Yeah, no, it's gonna be everything. It's like that little bit of like
murders?
the straw that broke the camel's back. So I think the last episode was like whatever it was that set me off, then set you off, and then it just became like both of us just being like, and another thing about these cable fees,
screaming
and the
on our
wage
lawn.
is too low. Yeah. The old man screams at cloud. I believe is the meme.
Yeah. So
I do have to tell you, we have a live audience today.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know, me and my wife are not
separated,
not practicing social distancing.
And
she's on the other side of my
the other side
of my soundproof divider, working from home.
Nice. So if she laughs, that's our laugh track. Now we have a laugh track.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath for that. No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I'm just going to assume the soundproof wall is like very, very good, and that we just don't pick up her laughs, and not that we're not funny.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's better than when we're not funny, so I don't mind.
So I'm sorry, Joe. Were you apologizing? Did I interrupt your apologies?
I was just apologizing to our new listeners because we have like on average a new listener every couple of days now, which means that we're spreading like the virus.
I saw on the news yesterday that they make a new Ford F-150 every 52 seconds.
Yeah.
And we're happy about a new listener
every few days. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if it continues, it's going to spread and I'll be very happy.
Listen, there are 365 days a year.
Yeah, exactly.
So if we get one listener every 3 days, we'll have 100 listeners.
That's
100 new listeners.
Yeah, 100 new listeners. We already have like at least 60 or something. I don't know. It's pretty up there now. Like the numbers are right.
Yeah, 1,000.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so the apology. Are you done apologizing yet?
Yes. I have some more information, but I feel you chomping at the bits. You have something.
No. I'm just trying to move on to it's Be Offended Radio. I didn't realize this is apology tour. President Obama.
Fine.
I will apology tour around the world. I'm sorry. Were people offended by my rant last time?
No, I'm going to get to the offensive stuff now. So Kim Jong-un.
Oh,
now
okay.
This boy, he might be dead already. We don't know. But
by the time this episode comes out, he could be
he could be declared dead.
He could be found.
Yeah, or he's just sitting on a mountain of cake and being happy. So they're talking about the successor. When he dies, who's going to pick it up? And I was like, good question, because a lot of crazy shit could go down depending on like who takes over. And then they showed his like sister, and I was like, she's kind of hot. I'm thinking like, I wonder what the world would be like with like a hot, crazy dictator if we would like loosen up a bit, because like because there's really crazy girls that are also really fucking hot, and we kind of give them a pass. I wonder if we'll give her a pass.
Well, I mean, it would be like any really crazy hot girl. She would he would be allies with somebody for about 2 to 3 months. And then, he would come home from work and all of his stuff would be on the lawn or like in a burning box.
Are
or something.
We the he? The audience is the he?
No. Okay. The rest of the country.
Like the
she
the rest of the country is the boyfriend.
The rest of the world. Yeah. So she would come into power and then she'd like be, she'd be friends with Japan. But then Japan would go to like a summit or something with Malaysia. And then she would be really jealous and she'd get mad. So she started with like passive aggressive tweeting. And then eventually she would just like expel like all Japanese exports from the country.
Well, she would take away Netflix. Yeah, she would turn off the Netflix account.
Yeah, she would change the
'Cause we all
Netflix
know that's
password because that's at the first
that
stage
would
of
be
breaking
it.
up. Yeah, she definitely has those like Black Widow vibes to her though. Like I know all those.
Yeah.
Like they always have like that Asian actress. Like she has very few lines, but she's like the femme fatale. So like somebody's going to try and like hook up with her, and then she like chops his hand off or something. So yeah, I definitely think like she's hot, but she definitely has like the hot like if you tried to touch me, like I will kill you vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I think maybe that's what the world needs right now. Maybe we need a hot dictator. We've had so many ugly dictators.
Well, certainly having dumb fat people running things hasn't been working out too well. So, I mean, certainly.
I think like a hot, crazy chick running. I mean, what would happen when she's PMSing though? Holy fuck. Like if you're already batshit crazy and you're already like a dictator, if you're like PMSing,
well, North
heads
Korea,
are going to literally roll.
North Korea, if you know anything about North Korea, they don't have
periods.
Well, that basically that's where I was going with it. Is that like they have like the Kim Il Sung or whatever, the founder. Like he every time he golfs, he had a hole in one. And then like Kim Jong Un's father, like he never pooped or something. Like that was one of the things that like the supreme leader never poops. So I assume if the daughter becomes the supreme leader, like they would probably just tell people she doesn't menstruate. Yeah, like definitely. That's definitely what they would. Because
she has a vagina that smells like flowers. They're going to give out a vagina candle for her as well.
Replace Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle as the number one selling. I almost said smelling. The number one selling.
Either way, you're right. The number one smelling
vagina candle in the world. It would be very every single. You know how like they have the picture of the supreme leader above above like the door frame and all the houses. So they'd have like the picture of the supreme leader, then her vagina candle in every mantle. Yeah, and everyone would have to.
Yeah. I think that's completely accurate. I don't know.
Are you going to move to North Korea? It sounds like you want to like because it was pledge fealty. They do need people to make their propaganda.
Yeah, you know what? I'm very good at propaganda.
Yes, I mean you made our radio show seem like something people should listen to. So I mean, certainly you can put lipstick on a pig. So maybe you could.
They could.
Yeah, maybe
they could hire us
to be their official, like how when Dennis Rodman went over to North Korea and did like that basketball tour. We could be like the Western,
Western.
Like, we have these Western
propaganda.
Popular radio hosts. Like, look how good these people are.
Yeah, I
There's
wonder.
Like a 20% chance we'd come home like brain dead.
20. I was thinking more 70.
Well, the other 70 is we're in just a prison camp there for the rest of our lives. So like, so 70% that we're in a prison camp there, 20% that after the prison camp we come home brain dead.
What's the 10%?
That we actually go and have a very nice time and come home.
Oh, okay, good. Perfect.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was one of my topics. Do
you want to have sex with the future dictator of North Korea?
That's a great idea.
This is big for you though, because you were never into I'm not into Asians before. So this is.
But I think the power has something, Well,
North Korean is its own kind of Asian, so maybe you just are into North Korean girls.
Separate Asian. Yeah, I do like Korean girls. Yeah, I don't know. I'm swayed a little bit.
Imagine her trying to date when like people say like it's when someone's like father's a cop or like like a mayor or something. How hard it is to date? Imagine like your father was the dictator. Yeah, and then your brother became the dictator, and then like he had his uncle. One of the stories in North Korea was that they had like an uncle who was in the military.
Yeah,
and like the missile misfired, so then they shot him with what?
Fucking just kill him off.
Yeah, but I think they like literally like killed him in close range with they shot a missile at him or something. Like they killed him in some like ridiculous way with like just some like way too big caliber. Like they shot a tank at him.
Was it like in The Rock when at the end they're at the top of the thing and he's talking about Rocket Man and they shoot the missile right into the guy?
It's you
in close range.
You're the Rocket Man.
You're the Rocket Man. That's such a great bad line.
Yeah, that was so Nicolas. It's funny because when you're younger, you don't realize how bad
Nicolas
Cage movies are. Yeah, but then you grow up older and you're like. That Face Off movie, I mean, they weren't even the same height.
There was nothing at all similar. There was like a 4-inch height difference. One guy was heavier than the other. One guy was skinnier than the other. One guy had hairy hands. One didn't. Like there were so many things wrong. There is no way any of that would match up. Not to mention the scarring. No scars. Nothing. Like, the best boob jobs in the world still have a little something there.
And that was 1996 technology, too.
Yeah. That was when boob job scars were horrible.
So I found the story. It was anti-aircraft gun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was a missile. Yeah. He executed the people with an anti-aircraft gun. So yeah, so I can't imagine
so
that.
That's probably a 50 millimeter or 100 millimeter. Yeah, that's big. It's not a missile, but it's big. It'll make the hole the size of, like, a bowling ball in you.
I can't imagine that the daughter had many dates. She actually could be a virgin, Joe. So that actually is another thing to make you attracted to her.
Another. You know what? I don't know. I'm going to start hanging out with Dennis Rodman.
I think you might have to. I think you should just put it in your resume, because just in case the film industry doesn't open up in America.
Wait a second. If she likes me, does that mean I get like a little part of North Korea to rule?
No. You probably just have to like pleasure her.
I'd be a servant.
You'd be like in the a concubine, like in the harem. You'd be like one of the men
Princess
in her
Leia?
harem.
I would be Princess Leia. Jabba the Hutt and Princess Leia.
Probably.
I would be tied up.
But no, you'd be Jabba the Hutt, but you'd be wearing the Princess Leia outfit.
Still wearing the bikini tied up. Okay, yeah.
Well, because remember from season 2 of The Inappropriate Guys that the Japanese porn star shortage, and I've never heard of a North Korean porn star. So, I think between your propaganda skills and your
porn star,
Western penis, I really feel like this is maybe something that you should look into.
I would probably have the biggest penis in the land, in all of the land.
You actually would probably be the tallest person too. North Koreans are shorter than South Koreans because of years of malnourishing. Yeah,
yeah, and they're already short. South Koreans are already short. So
how in season 2 we had like the North Korea, the Australian minute, and we did like all these.
Wait, we now did the North Korean minute.
Yeah, we literally did an entire segment on our podcast for a country that doesn't even have internet or electricity most of the time. So
there we go.
Good job.
I don't know what this music's going to be, but I'm going to have to come up with something.
They don't allow music in North Korea. It'll just be silence.
it's just tapping.
The sound
pencils.
of no one singing or laughing or having fun. Just wait, everyone looking at Kim Jong-un to see if he's going to clap, and then they can all clap too.
And then everybody else claps.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of pressure, Joe. I'm not sure we could
handle that.
I could barely podcast with my wife on the other side of the soundproofing. I don't know if I could handle it with the murderous dictator.
Do you feel? Did you just compare your wife to a murderous dictator?
No, I'm saying I can't even get the pressure of that.
Okay. Yeah. How are you handling? I've noticed this, that when you have complete isolation and freedom to do a show, it's one thing. But if someone's listening, there's like that tentative, like, I kind of don't want to say something offensive. You got to like break through that.
Well, I'm spending most of it. I'm not so much like doubting myself or having reservations or censoring. It's more that like when you're talking, I'm trying to hear in the background on the microphone if she's like typing in like the web address of a divorce lawyer. Because like I feel like the different different letters on the keyboards have different sounds. So I'm like really trying to like hear out if she's going to like one of the divorce lawyers' websites. So I can't see her screen, so I would have to do it by hearing. So that's really
That's for the audiophile listeners, here you go. If you can hear if Tim's wife is finding a lawyer, email us at angryhatemail@gmail.com.
Good
and tell us what you hear. Yeah, tell us what you hear. So I have a lot of topics saved up. I don't know if you have something. I'm trying to yield to you because I want to do a story at the second half.
Well, I just very quickly. Apparently, and this is my favorite source of
topic.
One of my favorite topics. No, my second one, Vice.
Oh, okay.
Apparently,
Huffington Post is the worst.
Apparently, there's a lot of men, according to a website, Reddit, I believe it's called.
Where this is going?
There's a subreddit r/autofellatio, and apparently, there's many men who are taking their time during self-quarantine to figure out how to suck their own dicks.
Oh, that's a lot of Pilates.
There's a guy who's hoping within 6 months he's going to be able to suck his own dick.
Okay, so this is your favorite topic. This is
What?
this is your favorite topic.
Incels? Does it go to the incels?
Yeah, this is exactly what that is. This is your number. Why do you search these things, Tim? What is your fascination with,
I
with
follow
the
Vice,
incel?
and then Vice posts these stories.
I think Vice is run by a bunch of incels.
So apparently, Ron Jeremy was able to tongue his own dick.
Yeah, supposedly. I think he just has an elastic dick. I don't think I don't think he's actually like hard and that's happening. I think there's some like severe stretching involved.
And apparently porn star Vito Aris, known as Dr. Infinity, in the 1975 film Every Inch a Lady, threw his legs up over his head to suck his own dick. So there's actually a porno video, 1975 film Every Inch a Lady, where the guy sucked his own dick.
Does it make you gay? Because now you're sucking dick.
I believe the famous story was not if you were receiving it, only if you were giving it. So if you're sucking your own dick because you want to get a dick sucking, it's not gay. But if you're sucking your own dick because you want to suck a dick, then it's gay.
But who would be there to judge the difference?
Well, I guess you know to yourself. I mean, you have to have integrity, Joe.
Okay. So I identify as not gay, but I would love to suck my own dick. That's how it works.
Oh, there's a man named Al Ingang. He's the creator and administrator of solosuck.com.
Oh my God.
A platform for selling his videos, as well as a repository of guides, resources, and active forums for students of self-suck. He's been running this since the mid-90s.
Oh my God.
He's been able to suck his own dick since he was 10 or 11 years old. It's as natural to him as using his hands.
So in other words, he hasn't left his home since he was 10 years old.
He said a genetic condition with a side effect of making him extra flexible has also made it easy to slip his own penis into his mouth since puberty.
Oh my God. You know, I've seen this. Okay. So
I'm like gagging a little right now just reading this article.
So I've seen this on Pornhub. I'm going to keep plugging Pornhub. I don't know why.
What, you watch self dick sucking videos on Pornhub?
No. So there are these fake videos of girls. This is insane. Oh, I'm so glad this came up because it's not on my show notes, but it totally just sparked a memory here. There are these videos that they're fake, but they're posing them as real, where there's a hot girl that is like bent over so that she could lick her own vagina, but it's fake. It's just another girl and her legs. So they're like laying on top of each other. So it looks like they're connected.
You're doing this like there's a Fruiter film or something going like frame by frame. There's a second liquor. There's a second liquor.
It's like not even done well. Like in some of these videos, you could just see like the arms of the other person in the background. You know, it's like, it's clearly an impossibility for the angle and all that stuff. Some of them like look more realistic, but I think they gave up after the first one. They're like, yeah, we don't care anymore. But yeah, there's like these actual fake videos of girls licking supposedly themselves when it's really like another girl. So this goes back to that.
This was not special effects because apparently Ingang shot his first video, a young man from Nantucket in 1987 on a high 8 camcorder, the top of the line at the time. He produced the whole thing from himself. He edited it and then he sent it to gay magazines.
Of course he did.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
there was no World Wide Web, so he just self-produced. He self-shot and self-produced and self-distributed
everything.
His so he did his first dick sucking video in 1987 and still runs the website to this day, solosuck.com.
So he is gay though, because he's submitting it to gay porn. Why didn't he submit it to straight porn?
Because obviously he wants men to watch want to watch a man suck his own penis.
Well, yeah, but women might. I don't know what girls' minds are like.
Well, I don't know if they had women porn back in 1987. They only invented the female orgasm in like 2020.
Yeah, we invented something from the female orgasm.
What's that?
The invisible condom.
Oh.
No, the invisible condom.
Oh, that smells like a man's money, and maybe you could play that during
Estrogen,
the break. Oh, you can play that on the break that's coming up.
Exactly. That was what I was trying to do because we have to go to a break soon.
So we're done with the dick sucking, self dick sucking?
I don't want to think about it. I really don't.
Yeah, it literally just makes me gag a little.
Yeah, well, apparently it made him gag a little too. Okay, we gotta go for a break.
And we come back, story time with Uncle Joe.
Oh boy, here we go. Looking for more talk radio? You can listen to all of Season 2 of The Inappropriate Guys right now on BeOffendedRadio.com.
You're not going on your date without protection, are you, dingus?
Who needs that? Real men don't wear condoms.
Trust me, man. Take this. It's the Inappropriate Guys brand condom.
Those childhood traumas must finally be getting to you, Billy. I don't see anything.
Exactly. The Inappropriate Guys came out with a special formula made of estrogen, a man's money, and the new shoe smell to create the appearance of a condom out of thin air. It's only visible to the female eye.
Just to think I'm wearing a bag, but then I can surprise her and bust in her ear.
You can bust wherever you want, dingus.
Thank you, Inappropriate Guys.
That's the Inappropriate Guys brand condom. She'll be surprised when you leave one on her chin. Coming soon, our new Ain't My Baby formula.
And we're back.
We are back. I've lost my audience. I think it might have been the all the fellatio talk that might have, yeah. So my wife has packed up her work from home sources and tools.
And you lost.
I called an Uber for some reason. I don't know. She said she was going to go work in the dining room, but I don't know. There was some luggage there, so either she has a lot of work from home to do, or the self-fellatio bit was the last.
That was enough. That was it. So speaking of fellatio,
more time for podcasting.
I got a story. It's a little bit of a story time.
Is this another sex bragging story?
No, it's absolutely not. It's probably almost the opposite.
Oh, but it has to do with fellatio. Interesting.
Well, kind of.
This is the first time you sucked a dick.
No.
Finally telling that story.
No, there's no story. I'm straight. So there we had I don't know how many episodes ago, but we did like a little bit of a nostalgia like episode where we talked about stupid things we did when we were young. And that kind of got me thinking. Yeah, like young, any
Scholastic
young
Books
age.
Fair, the
all that stuff.
My Odyssey of the Mind thing where I was crushed. My dreams were crushed by an encyclopedia.
Yeah, my stupid bicycle parachute.
You're going down the bicycle with your homemade bicycle parachute made out of cardboard, string, and a CVS umbrella.
Yeah, it was very it was, I guess, it rejuvenated my thought process on stupid like things that I've done. I was like, oh, I forgot I have all these stories that I've never told on the air or maybe even to anybody.
Oh God.
Yeah. So this is one of those
I'm
stories.
Start charging you by the hour for this therapy.
Yeah. So it's
my
a short
dad's
one.
Fault. Oh.
Yeah. It's actually a really short story. It's more of I'm curious to what your comment is going to be on it. So when you're young, when you're a young boy, I was probably like 10, 11 when you like discover masturbating is around like that age or maybe a little earlier or later.
I think it was later for me. It was 8th grade.
Huh. No, for me, it was early. Everything started early for me. So I think it was around that age. Yeah, it was definitely around that age. So
I definitely made up for lost time though.
Yeah. So like at that age, you're doing it. And what I was saying was in that previous episode, how you are, well, one of the previous episodes, I actually don't know which one. We were talking about like how you're going to be a parent or are a parent and like, how do you let your child just like discover masturbation?
Yeah, so like when we were
porn.
younger, like our parents had not grown up with the internet, so they didn't
they didn't know how bad it was,
how easily porn could be available, how free it was.
Yeah,
so
there was a naivete.
It's unclear if they knew what we were doing and looked the other way or had no idea. So the question was, now as parents, when you have your kids grow up and you know how terrible the internet is and what they're doing when they're in the computer room alone, do you cock block or you just say that's part of growing
just be
up?
Like, well, that's part of it. So we obviously grew up right around the time where this really wasn't known. So I don't think parents would know when a kid is masturbating or not unless they were like walked in on or like they did something stupid and you're dumb because you're taking that weird time for the shower. It's like those kind of things that you are a dead giveaway because you're stupid as a kid and you're not as sly as you think.
You're all horned up.
Yeah, exactly. So that was what we discussed, but this then sparked a memory of something.
It's a masturbation story.
It's not, and that's the catch. For whatever reason, when you're a boy, you do stupid, gross things because you're a boy. And I think at one point in time, I do have slight allergies depending on how bad pollen is. And I end up like wanting to blow my nose a lot in the morning. Okay. And so at one point in time, I remember I was growing up and I like woke up and I really needed to like blow my nose. I couldn't breathe, but I couldn't go into the bathroom because I think my mother was in the bathroom at the time to get tissues. And I went into the kitchen and there was, I didn't know where the hell the paper towel was. And I'm like, what the hell is going on in this house? Anyway, the point is, I took like one of my old dirty shirts and blew my nose into the shirt because I knew it was going to go into the wash anyway. And that started something very gross that, looking back, I've looked back on this many times in my life and been like, wow, that was really stupid.
Did you succumb into t-shirts?
I used to blow my nose into my dirty t-shirts because I knew they were going to go in the wash anyway and be cleaned. So I would use them like a handkerchief, basically, because that's what a handkerchief is. You reuse them. So you wash them.
Ew.
So yeah, exactly. Ew, right? And I'm totally aware that this is gross, but like 9-10-year-old me is like, oh, this is fine. It makes total sense. I'm blowing my nose, but it's going to get cleaned and it doesn't matter.
You're such an environmentalist saving...
Yeah, I'm saving paper towel or tissues or whatever. Here's the rub.
I'm sure the rub, yeah.
So my mother does my laundry. I mean, my mother would probably still do my laundry if I could. my mother does
Sexy,
my laundry
Joe.
at 9-10 years old.
If you're single, email him at angryhatemail@gmail.com.
Yeah, exactly.
His mother does not do his own laundry anymore.
Yeah. So picture this. You are the mother, now you're the father of a young boy at excuse me, at that age.
I definitely know where you're going with this. Yeah.
So,
and there's this big wad inside of a crumpled up t-shirt.
There's a big white crusty stain inside t-shirts. And at
Joey,
that point,
are you masturbating? Do we need to have the talk?
So here's the thing. There was never any conversation. There was never anything from my mother. I only recently had put this connection together in my head. This was like from the time we did that last episode to now. I thought about it again and I was like, I wonder if she must have thought that I was coming into my shirts. Because she kept getting these like stained white stains on all of my shirts. And then she never said anything. And that completely like was a full revolving like story about what we were talking about. How
so little did she know you weren't even into your
I wasn't doing
years
it
yet. But she thought you already were because it was just
I was literally just being a gross like 9 or 10-year-old and blowing my nose in the dirty shirts that were in the hamper.
She wouldn't. I don't know if you can ejaculate at 9 or 10. So I think
I'm pretty sure I did at 10.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. So that was like one of those things I just wanted to be like, oh, and now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, should I tell my mom? Like, should I ask her and say, hey, did you ever think that I was
I don't know. I mean, you guys are pretty close, but you really need to. And then what? Because what if the answer is no? She didn't think it was cum. And then she's like, "Oh no!" Like I knew
she's like, "Wait a second."
But then she actually did know when you started jerking off.
Oh yeah.
So like you're thinking like, "Oh mom, like did you think like that's what's cum?" And she's like, "Oh I did, ha ha ha." And she's like, "So like fun, right?" But what if she's like, "No, I didn't. No, you didn't start masturbating until like 12 and a half. Like that time you like," and then you're just like,
and then you're like, "Oh
my God." And then you're just humiliated like 35 years later because like you realize that she knew like the very first time that like you actually like started masturbating like to the day to like the time. Yeah, no, it was like, yeah, I remember like the ice cream man came and then,
and then you came.
Yeah. Also, yeah.
All
now
right.
the
Well,
ice cream man's in jail. Oh.
Yeah. So that answers my question. That's all I had for that story. There wasn't anything else. There wasn't a lead up. It was just that's my thought process now is, oh my God, I wonder if she was thinking that I was like coming into my shirts.
Yeah, I think that's like a question better left unanswered.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I that's fair enough. I think in my non-radio thinking mind, that's a good answer. For radio, of course, now people want to know. Now I've put the question out there. Everybody's demanding the answer.
I mean, I think you're eventually going to ask, regardless of it being a good idea or not a good idea. But I do think it's a pretty that's potentially scarring thing for your mother to just totally 100% be like, no. I remember when you first started masturbating.
I remember when that happened.
And that was not that day.
I wasn't. So if anybody who was curious, I wasn't coming into my...
if anyone was doing Joe's laundry in 1992, there's no need to concern.
There's no need to worry.
Yeah. So it's not Joe's. It's not, if anyone, it's not Joe's baby. If anyone was taking Joe's t-shirts and using it as a...
as what? I don't
know. I mean the vagina using it as a makeshift underwear. I don't really know.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, so that was my little story. My disgusting. I'm just now thinking of all the stupid things I did. That's all. They're odd.
Yeah, no, you know what I was doing at that age?
Oh no, coloring.
I was trying to write the 5th grade class song.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then I got in a really big fight with one of the kids because he wanted to write the class song, and we got in a really big fight. And then they're like, why are you guys fighting? Like, why are you crying? And it was like, because I want to write the class song. And they're like, who the hell asked you to do that?
What? Was there a designated song?
No,
like, I don't understand.
I think I watched an episode of like Saved by the Bell or something. And they had they had a class song. So I decided like I needed to write like the 5th grade graduation song. And like, I must have like told somebody in my 5th grade class about it.
So this wasn't real. Like, you made this up. Yeah. This wasn't a teacher.
No, I 100%
saying,
thought, yes, no, 100. I would just like, I'm going to write the 5th grade song. And then I told somebody, and they were like, I guess they didn't want to be my friend anymore. So they were like, well, fuck you. I'm going to write the 5th grade song. And then we got in a really, really big fight about it, how we both wanted to write competing 5th grade songs, to the point that like the teacher had to like pull us out of class because we were so upset. And then we had to like tell them why we were fighting. And it was probably one of the most embarrassing moments of my entire life.
That and the car microphone.
Yes, well, that was with my family at least. So my family, the embarrassing moments with the family, but this was in public, where it's like the first time where like
public humiliation.
Because like in your head, we talked about this, like, but in your head, you have these like delusions of grandeur, and then, but it's fine because it stays in your head. But then somehow, like, it left my head to my friend, which is fine, because like we're friends. So like we have a podcast, like hilarious. We have a but we're friends. So like, we're not, but then like, if I had to explain to somebody, like if me and you got in like a fight over the podcast, like, oh, I wanted to talk about
like last episode,
and Joe wanted to, and then like we got in a fight over it, and then I had to tell somebody, they'd be like, wait, what?
They'd be like, you're an idiot.
You just sit in a room and record yourself with your friend and you post it on the internet and what? Did anyone ask you to do this?
Nope.
Does anyone pay you for this? Like,
nope.
Why would you think people needed this? Like, that's exactly what the conversation was. And I'm just like, I wanted to write this song.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, I'll never forget like the look of like
I'm on pins and needles now though. I want to know, did you write the song?
No, because once the teacher was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, there's no such thing as a song. No one asks you to do that. There's no song. No one sings at 5th grade graduation. Then that probably ended my childhood actually. Yeah, that might have been like my last day of innocence when I realized that I could not
So okay, when we first met, we quickly became bandmates.
Yes, we did. With no drums.
Yeah, with no drums.
And we didn't have a third
Even
friend.
though I play
so we didn't
drums.
have a fourth friend.
Yeah. So we were in a band and with no drums, which is the lamest band you can
It was
have.
2 keyboards and a guitar, or 2 guitars and a keyboard.
Because we both were insistent on playing. I don't know why. Well, anyway. So I think it was because we weren't allowed to have drums, period, because like they would probably drive everybody nuts. So you wrote at least a couple of songs. We did original songs at one point. And I'm wondering like what the Tim childhood song would have been. Like I want that song. I found our old music notes and like the stuff that we had in like, you know, those like Marble books. Side rant, Marble books. You're going to eventually buy them. Yeah, the Marble notebooks. You're going to eventually buy them in a couple of years for your son. Have you ever picked one up in the past like 10 years, like in a store new?
No, do they still make them? I assume everything's just on an iPad now or something.
No, they still make them. This is an audience test for those of you who don't have kids or had kids way before or after, whatever. Go next time you're out with your mask on and afraid of the world, and go start touching some books.
Go start touching things unnecessarily. Good.
Just out of your own morbid
Don't
curiosity.
buy it. Just touch it.
Yeah.
Bring it up to your face. Smell it, maybe.
Smell it. Rub it a little.
Rub it around a little.
Lick
yeah.
the binding because the glue is a little toxic. Yeah. So they are so flaccid. They are like the cover is just like another piece of paper. There's no rigidity. Like the whole Marble notebook thing was like those 2 pieces of cardboard, you know, and that would protect everything inside. You could beat the crap out of those books, but they would survive.
So it's basically all loose leaf now. You used to have loose leaf, and then it was like between, you know, like
it's like a telephone book. It's like a telephone book if it was thin. It's just this floppy, like if you hold the binding at the end and just let go, it's just going to droop like a sad penis. Like there's no rigidity. There's no
What's your
hardness
second
there.
penis reference when you're talking about a notebook?
What was my first?
When you said flaccid.
Oh yeah. Oh, in the same. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm comparing it to penis. Penile.
Yes, you are. Yes, you made that very clear, your comparison.
Yeah. So yeah, the Marble notebooks. That was I just thought about it.
So you just thought about how. Okay, good to know. So it's not worth the money. So should I just buy like the regular? Because they had the binded one. They had the Marble notebooks, and then they also had the ones with the like the little loop-de-doops in it, like the spiral.
The spiral ones, they still make like higher quality top covers on them. But yeah, these crappy Marble notebook. I'm angry.
Is this gonna be another rant?
No, they're just charging the same amount of money for this.
Hey, but why were you buying one?
For flight school.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You definitely need a. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you need to write a bunch of notes, and I wasn't going to like use legal pad or something like that. Like I needed like I thought of this is going to be in and out of a bag a lot, out of the book bag, so I'll need something. And I picked them up, and I was like, this is loose noodle of a book. Anyway,
so here's an important question: does anyone still have our demo tape from our 10th grade band? And can we play it on the show? Because we have our originals.
Okay. Thank God you thought of this, because I recently as I was saying, I recently went through like a bunch of my old. I have like a closet that has a big giant bin in it of dead bodies and old stuff. And one of the things
gonna let that one
I
pass
found,
me, Joe. I'm just gonna let that one go right past me.
Yeah, and I believe I have 1 or 2 of our like horrible demos and videos. I think I have like a video of us at John the Baby Maker's place.
So let's find the videos, and then we'll do a
blur out.
What's a blur out?
Yeah, we could blur it. We could blur the faces. We could post it.
No, we just post the
faces.
audio. No, we just want the audio. Yeah, no. So I want to play the audio on the show, and I want to have John and my wife and
listen and cringe,
and maybe Fitz or somebody.
Oh God!
And we'll have them on. Oh no! And we'll do like a listening party.
Talk about it being embarrassed.
Yeah. No, we should play our 16-year-old.
I don't feel healthy about this.
2 keyboards and 1 guitar, or 2 guitars and 1 keyboard. We should play our band music for everybody.
our first gig, which your mother, I think, posted on Facebook recently. Our first gig together at Starbucks.
I don't know if I saw that. Maybe I have it blocked or something. God. I did not see that. She posted at Starbucks.
Yeah, there's a photo of you and I and John the Baby Maker for some reason.
Well, he was our roadie. In the band. Remember?
Yeah, he was our roadie. That's true. Yeah. He would fake set up all the gear. Yeah, I think we actually performed with a T-ball stand too. I think there's an actual photo of us in Starbucks in public in front of strangers
with performing. The T-ball stand. Yeah, we used a T-ball stand to mic the guitar because it was a T-ball stand with a protractor, like one of the protractors used for chalk. So if you wanted to draw like a circle with chalk, you put the chalk on one end and then you put it like the little protractor in the middle and you can draw a circle. So we decided to stick the pointy end into the T-ball stand, and then instead of holding chalk, in the end we put the microphone in there brilliantly, and then we used that because it was a protractor, so you could adjust the angle. So we tightened the angle, and it had the angle perfectly, so the microphone was pointed at one of two guitars that we were playing with in the band.
You know what we should do? We should. Besides that, we should give out like autographed copies of these photos with our faces blurred out.
I think we should definitely do the music. I think that'd be a fun special. We should do. We should do the
stupid we are.
The Franklin Street Band special.
Oh, don't give them the name. Somehow they could Google that.
They can't Google it. There was no Google back then.
There was no Google. There was no internet back then.
There was no internet back then. No, the internet didn't exist when we were. Yeah, no, they'll never be able to find us.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's no Facebook page.
We've been doing stupid things for
many years.
I actually think this would be. Oh, this is Joe. This summer will be our 20th anniversary of the Franklin Street Band.
Wow.
Because we did. That was the year 2000.
In the
summer of 2000. So maybe we should do a reunion concert.
Oh Jesus. Oh. This is horrible. I thought we were supposed to get like rock stars on this show as guests coming up soon. Instead, it's just our shitty.
Wait a second. Tapes. Hold on. We have someone to sue.
Oh, okay. Someone else took the name.
Yeah.
But we have T-shirts. We can prove.
We can. No, there's the FranklinStreetBand.com. It's a cover band.
Are they covering us? Is it finally us finding?
Oh, they broke up in 2017. After 14 years, the Frank Street Band is taking vacation. So they started 3 years after us.
Oh, interesting. But then they broke up. Did they do any originals though? Because if they're just a cover band, yeah, then we can't sue them.
But they still our name though.
I don't think you could steal a band's name. That's not a trademark. I mean, it could be TM'd, but that's not a legal thing. It's not a registered trademark.
Oh, their website is down. Okay, so let's buy the FrankStreetBand.com.
Let's buy it. Okay,
let's
great.
buy and then we'll do a reunion tour the summer. We'll play all the great venues.
All the great
John's
hits.
parents' house. We'll play my mom's garage.
Yeah, we'll revisit
we'll play
all
the Starbucks.
If
Starbucks reopens, we'll
Starbucks.
Yeah, we'll get T-shirts.
No. We're just gonna stand outside Starbucks.
All right, that's fine. We just need power for one of the three keyboards that we have.
Yeah, I've got a generator. We could have a giant light show. I've got. You know how many lights I have? The show that we could put on would rival. What was the Red Hot Chili Peppers show?
Oh, the Red Hot Chili Peppers lighting show.
Yeah, I could
not
rival
musically,
that now.
but visually. I guess, right?
Visually. Yeah, who cares about the audio?
Yeah, no, I think we should plan a reunion tour.
We should Milli Vanilli this shit.
We should plan a reunion tour, and we should get T-shirts made up, and we should literally play at like Starbucks and John's parents' house and my parents' garage. And we should do it on like 3 non-consecutive nights over the course of the summer, and have the 20th anniversary of the Frank Street Band. Tour. But we need to also do the originals.
Yeah, we have to do the originals, and we need to make a T-shirt, and on the back of it, all the tour dates and the spouts.
Yes, and sell
we'll
it
have to use like font 180,
and sell it at. So there's three tour dates, but it fills the entire back of the T-shirt.
Yeah, but it's the entire back of the shirt.
And we can sell it at bfenderradio.com.
Yes, we'll have it in our merch site. If you haven't gone to the store, go to the store. There's some great stuff in our store.
I think I have the sheet music still. I'll look for it.
I still have my stuff.
If we still have the sheet music, then we can relearn the songs. And
we should just read the lyrics. We don't even need to sing it. We should just read it dry poem style and see how bad the lyrics are.
So that's an official radio tease. Coming up on a future episode of Be Offended Radio, we will be, me and Joe will be reliving the band that we had in the summer between 10th and 11th grade. And we will either be playing our original songs. I
don't think we should play.
Or we will at the very least be reading our lyrics.
I don't think you and I should read our own lyrics. I think you should have Amy read your lyrics. And I should have John read my lyrics.
I should read. John can read. So I'll read your lyrics and you can read my lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I can read my own lyrics. You just asked me what I was thinking or what I was feeling there. Like, so when you said this, like, did you think that was going to get you some pussy? Like, really? Deep in your soul, did you actually believe that was going to get you anything besides scorn and ridicule?
I have a famous Sea Captain song I wrote. John loves that song so much. Yeah, okay, this is good. Yeah, we've got some stuff. Okay. We got some stuff for sure.
Coming up on the future episode of Be Offended Radio.
Yeah, our stupid band life.
See, we give it out and we take it. You know, we make fun of other things, but we can also take it ourselves. And we are going to humiliate ourselves in front of dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of listeners.
You know, we can take it and give it, just like the guy
who
that's blowing himself. There you go.
Wow.
I think that's the best way to end it. We always come full circle, and so does he. Apparently,
so does he. Yeah, exactly. Just like the guy sucking his own dick.
We don't write these jokes. They just happen. It's a miracle.
People know. We do write songs though, apparently, and I cannot wait to share them with our audience.
Will B. Hardigan his another videos is coming out. By the time this episode launches, it'll be out.
YouTube.com/BeOffendedRadio for the Will B. Hardigan videos.
I don't think you actually have. No, our YouTube unfortunately does not have a slash.
Or else you have to Google.
You just have to go to
YouTube, put it Be Offended Radio.
Yeah, and it'll pop up.
And it'll bring you the Will B. Hardigan videos. What are the new tips coming out from Dr. Will B. Hardigan?
I'm not going to give it away. It's a surprise. People curious, they got to listen.
Yes, because everyone waits till 45 minutes into the podcast to get all the information.
Listen,
and now a word from our sponsor,
Kim Jong-un's sister.
I think you should. I think that's a good idea. Maybe you can write her a love song. Maybe you can repurpose one of our Frank Street Band songs as a love song
and write it to her.
Just change the words Jessica to Kim Jong-un's sister.
I didn't write about Jessica. You wrote about Jessica. We're gonna have a fight. Okay, we gotta go. We're done.